Today I'm going to be teaching you some basic stitches in the crocheting world. Of course, first, to start off any project, you have to learn a slip knot. This will be the foundation, the very start of what you do when you start crocheting. I like to hold my yarn like this. I take my hook and I place it like this so that this end is in the front and not in the back. Then I twist my hook and yarn over. This is basically just putting the yarn over your hook, exactly what it sounds like. Then you pull it through this little loop here. And that's your slip knot. To make a chain, you basically have to do the same thing, except without twisting. Yarn over and pull through the loop. That's one chain. The slip knot doesn't count. So if you want chain 5, I'm going to start over again here. You would make a slip knot, and then you would chain 5, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And this is very, very basic. Most people only know how to do this. So now I'm going to teach you how to do a single crochet. To do a single crochet, you need to make a slip knot, and chain however long you want this little patch to be. So if I want to be about this big, I'll probably chain about 6. I'm going to chain 10 so it's easier to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, after you got this, we're going to learn how to do a single crochet. So, a single crochet is pretty small. Well, when doing regular projects, it's not very ideal unless you want a specific looking pattern. If you want to go faster, you could do a double crochet, but we'll get to that later. A single crochet is basically where you insert your hook into this loop. Yarn over, pull through only one of the loops, and then you pull through both loops. If you didn't catch that, I'm going to do it again. Stick your hook into that loop, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through both of these. You could finish it and do it to the end of here. Then I'll show you what to do next. Now you've done a single crochet. You can only move right to left. So just like when you're doing a math equation. So you have to flip your project around like this. Now I'm going to teach you how to do double crochet. Before you start doing the double crochet, if you want to actually gain leverage and make this bigger, you have to chain 2. 1, 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over again, pull through that stitch, then pull through the first 2, and then the next 2. It gets this really cool knot-like thing. It's normal for you to have a little hole over here. That's okay. Another note is if you want to keep place, you could use a place marker. It's exactly what it sounds like. You just mark your place. Once again, you yarn over, insert, yarn over again, pull through the first one, yarn over again, pull through these two, yarn over again, and pull through the next two. As you can see, it's getting bigger. You can make it tighter if you want to. It's normal for you to have these holes in between. This is what it should end up looking like. Isn't that cool? Now, once again, you flip over. That's how you go from right to left again. Another thing that I'm going to teach you is a half double crochet. A half double crochet is basically half of the double crochet you just did. It's exactly what it sounds like. Most things in crocheting are pretty straightforward. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull through that loop, and then pull through all three. You can practice all these stitches by making a scarf or a blanket. Crocheting becomes really fun and it's great on rainy days. It takes up lots of time and you can make super cool stuff. Now, if you want to end a project like this, all you have to do is chain one, grab some scissors, cut off some string, brush that string to the side, and pull. That way it makes it tight. Now we have these two ends, so what do we do with them? Well, you have to take your needle. It's okay if you don't have a metal needle because a plastic one will work just fine. It's also easier to see if you have a thicker needle, but it doesn't really matter because crochet projects are generally easy to poke needles through, even thick ones. What we're going to do is we're going to thread through this needle, and we're just going to weave in the ends. It's exactly what it sounds like. We're just weaving it. We don't want these ends to be seen because it just isn't very pleasing to the eye, and it's really annoying if you're actually using your crochet projects for something practical, say like a wallet. Now that we've weaved it, you pull through. Make sure you don't do it too tight. Then you can snip it. Make sure you don't accidentally cut your crochet project because that won't turn out well. Now you do the same thing to the other side. Snip. So now you have your little patch with your single crochet, your double crochet, and your half double crochet.